Good evening, everybody. It's JFM here to give you another video. It is the last day of the week-long marathon, and appropriately, this is a birthday speech. My birthday, which is today, and I turned 22 on this day. Yep. Not much is going on today. Just the same old, same old. Me staying in my apartment and all that, and I got a gift in the mail from my parents. They send me some cash. Pretty much, I can buy whatever I want with that cash. I'm pretty sure I know what to buy. I gotta spend it on. I might as well spend it on something. On a luxury item, rather than paying or saving up in the bank, because birthday money is like, I feel like it's meant to be spent on materials and all that, but it doesn't have to be. And if you think differently, then that's okay. Ultimately, how I view birthdays right now is a day to reflect on yourself, how you to actually think, how you actually observe how you acted for the last year. That's how I usually measure my life, is by my age rather than the year. It's like for example, my 15-year-old self was a jerk. I didn't like 15-year-old self, and 17-year-old self, I was dumb. 18-year-old self, I was cool. 19-year-old self, ignorant. 20-year-old self, very ignorant. 21-year-old self, I don't know, I don't want to talk about it, but now that I'm 22, I have certain goals to actually, change myself for the better. For example, one major problem that I've had pretty much throughout all my life is that I usually put myself down in front of people, in front of my friends and family, just so I can get attention. It is, it's a major problem of mine, and usually when I talk bad things about myself or bad things in general, it's ultimately just venting. But I know there's different alternative ways to actually get attention and to relieve your anger, relieve your stress. And I know that's how a lot of people know me by, that I'm such a pessimistic person when it comes to my personal life, but career-wise, I'm not so pessimistic. But I'll get to that later. As I turn 22 today, I want to be more confident about myself. Try to do things I would never, that I would be too shy to do. It's like, most recently, I actually called a girl, very pretty, which it would be, taboo of me to say that, because I'm so afraid that they'll think I'm a weirdo or anything like that. Even though I see it as a compliment, but I'm always afraid of people hating me. That is another huge fear of mine. Next to a fear of bees, I have the fear of being hated. That's why I try to be humble in what I do, and I also never want to appear arrogant or stuck up. I never hate on anybody. I don't know. I just can't take hatred that well. I mean, throughout all my life, I've never really had a bully or anybody hating me for no reason. And if I see somebody that doesn't like me, then I always try to fix the problem, even though that kind of makes it worse. So, uh, from now on, if somebody doesn't like me for no apparent reason, then, I'll just brush them off. Whatever. But if there's a friend that's upset with me, then I always try to listen to them and see what I can do to change. And yeah, today is that day how I can change. And that is to be more confident and actually, believe in myself and be more optimistic in life. I've always been a shy person ever since I was little, but I think it really, you know, showed up when I was in high school. And I mean, my self-esteem really went downhill, and the earliest I can remember of being very hard on myself, I think the cause of the problem was that it's like ever since my girlfriend broke up with me, the summer before sophomore year, I was fine with it, but she found a new boyfriend immediately after we broke up, and then I got these theories in my head that she broke up with me because she was in love with another person, and that's pretty much what she said on the phone, that she didn't like me anymore. She just wanted to be friends, and I always thought there was something wrong with me, and that's my self-esteem really went down. I always called. It's like I remember to my friends, I keep calling myself ugly, keep calling myself, untalented. No one wants to be with me and all that. But yeah, it's very sad. But luckily, the same year, I was reading the Case Closed graphic novels, and thought I could actually make Jeff and Taylor into a comic, because I've been working on Jeff and Taylor for a long time. I've made these two boys up ever since I was 10 years old, 11 years old, but it didn't really turn out to be a comic series until I was in sophomore year. So I actually started the very first Jeff and Taylor episode in that same year, and episode 1, it was the original, and I actually by the time that was done, I knew what I was going to do for a career. I was going to make comics. I was going to make Jeff and Taylor into a comic series, whether it's printed or on the web. That's going to be my goal. It's going to be something that I want to share with the world. Pretty much everybody in high school knew what I did with the comics, and they thought it was cool. Even my art teachers, they support me on this, and yeah, it's been really great. Ever since making the comics, I gained some more friends. It's really gotten me to be more confident with myself, and I'm always optimistic with my goals with Jeff and Taylor, and I'm gonna stick with it. When college came, of course I showed everybody my Jeff and Taylor stuff, and some people liked it, and some people, I don't think they had any interest in it, because they usually don't like comics, and I'm okay with that. But the people who don't like my work seem to misunderstand things. It's like when they see one of my female characters, like one of the West End girls with the with their enhanced body parts, because that's how they are, that's what they were born with, and they automatically think Jeff and Taylor is some sort of porno, which is not. I mean, ever since ever since all these criticisms that they think Jeff and Taylor is very sexual, so that was one of the leading factors that made me change the girls' clothing. so they won't be showing cleavage that much, or at all. They won't be showing cleavage at all. Just focus on their personalities. Yeah, it really, kind of hurts my feelings for someone to actually judge a comic without reading it, but that's how everybody judges things. They judge books by their cover. But luckily, I have a few friends from college that really enjoy my work and actually read some of my episodes and actually know what it's about. And I know I'm kind of holding back on you guys with certain Jeff and Taylor episodes, but I have a certain goal in mind. That is, with my new channel coming November, I'm gonna really work hard to market myself and to get Jeff and Taylor out there so more people can see. And who knows, maybe my new channel will become a YouTube partner. You know? That is if I work hard enough and actually put more effort into those videos. Because, to be honest, in this channel, I don't make that big of an effort because I know I'm going to make the big stuff in the new channel. I'm just going to leave this channel as a vlog, like a vlogging channel, like what I'm doing now. And a few drawings here and there, and to get my opinions on things, and to show JFM's top 10 best video games, or something like that. But yeah, as you saw from the teaser trailer yesterday, it will be released January 5th, 2012. And I like to do new things, or do more things like comic-wise, career-wise, as soon as the new year hits. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, my birthday is when I try new things in my personal life. But career-wise, I like to do new things in the new year. Why am I pointing here? I don't know. That's another problem of mine. I'm not too good on improvising or impromptu speech like what I'm doing now. I'm doing this without a script. I actually have some notes here to help me, to help me talk about some things. That's why you see me keep looking down here. But in the news channel, everything will be post-commentated. It's like I draw, I record, I draw, and then I do a post-commentary. And I have scripts. I will have scripts. The only time where I'm actually good at improvising is if I have another person to bounce off ideas and to bounce, some things with. Because when I speak, words get mixed up. It's kind of like when a person has dyslexia. He or she reads things wrong. They see a certain word even though it's spelt completely differently. And I think that's how I am with speech. It's that I mix up my words. I'm like Sarah Palin, mixing up some words. I'm sorry for that political joke. I usually don't make them, but yeah, that's one thing you won't find in Jeff and Taylor: political jokes, along with other mainstream jokes that everybody seems to use, especially with popular YouTube videos, like overused sex jokes, racial jokes, jokes regarding on religion and culture. What else? Like pop culture references, talking about celebrities. You wouldn't find those things in Jeff and Taylor. I just want to make Jeff and Taylor into a timeless comic, a timeless story. Every episode. I've even pre-planned every episode in my head, so in time the quality won't go down. You've seen that in a lot of TV shows and comics, everywhere. If something goes on for too long, then the quality will go down, because the people don't have the same passion and the same creative juices that they have in the beginning episodes and in the beginning seasons. But I try not to do that with my work, because I care about my work. I care about it so much that I love to pre-plan things. That's one thing that makes me different from a lot of comic book people in the internet. a lot of webcomic people, webcomic creators that, I've had these characters ever since I was young. You know, it's not like I woke up one day and actually say to myself, "Oh, I want to be a comic artist because I think it's cool." I just, you know, I don't want to be a comic artist because this person that I like is a comic artist and I want to be exactly like this person. I just gonna go what my heart says. And what my heart says is, the best way to share your stories and your drawings is to combine them together into a comic. I have studied the ways of pacing and actually drawing different angles to make a story very compelling. And I even care about my Jeff and Taylor episodes so much that every episode you see certain Easter eggs and certain themes. Like, for example, every Jeff and Taylor episode is 50 pages long. No more, no less. Every Jeff and Taylor episode has Jeff saying, "Holy man." And every Jeff and Taylor episode has Jeff and Taylor, I'll just call them J and T from now on. They'll have J and T actually talk about, this leads to a moral. What's the moral of the day? And every once in a while, every 3 episodes, you'll see a running gag. If you catch my drift. Not the whole gag. Like, the first 3 episodes is this karate fighter named Greg, and the second episodes, and the next 3 episodes, which are the second volume, has this crazy cat, pretty much causing trouble and all that. But yeah, you can tell I put a lot of work and thought into every episode here. Not only every episode has 50 pages, I'm also going to put Jeff and Taylor strips in the new website coming in January. So yeah, I'll be updating that. I plan to update or put more strips up every Tuesday and Saturday, while every episode releases on the first Thursday of the month. Why first Thursday? Because coincidentally, when I first made the comics, I finished on a Thursday, and I've also got inspired by art galleries to actually they release, or they open their gallery up to the public on the first Thursday of the month, and I thought that was kind of cool. And so every first Thursday of the month, a new Jeff and Taylor episode will arrive. Okay, this birthday speech is going on a little too long. I'm kind of sorry for this boringness, but that's the last thing I'm gonna say. Pessimistically. Now here's the optimistic thing that I'm gonna say. To conclude this long speech, I just would like to say that I love you guys. You guys who subscribe to me and actually watch my videos, I really appreciate it, and I know I'll get more. So I'll get more subscribers, I'll get more followers, more fans, and more people to actually know my work, and hopefully a huge comic company would like to make a deal with me for a huge publishing deal. Or who knows, a animation company who likes to animate Jeff and Taylor into a series or an animated movie. And if I keep going like this, then Jeff and Taylor will be reaching out to every multimedia. It will be a huge multimedia franchise. This is what I love to do, and I would keep doing it for the rest of my life. Even if everybody were to hate my work, I'll still do it. Because it's what makes me happy, and hopefully it makes you happy too. Alright guys, thank you for being patient with me this whole week-long marathon. Who knows when I'll make a new one, but when I make another one, I'm gonna have to have every video pre-recorded. Yeah, that's a mistake I made this time. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep that in mind. But the next video I'm gonna announce the release of my new portfolio website, jfmstudio.com, and I'm gonna have to. I'm almost done with redesigning everything, and I'm gonna tell you guys when I release it. So, there you have it. Happy birthday to me, and see you guys later. JFM out.